in my eye. Oh, it's so dusty in here. Hello everybody, my name's Ninjabwa, the king of bois. Hey, I got gas. Anyway, I'm going to tell you guys a story. This story is about the time I went to Florida with my cousin John. Cousin John, if this helps you picture it in your head, Cousin John is an idiot, an utter idiot. Worse than me, and that's saying something. We go over to Florida, this is what my family does every single year. So we go over to Florida, and my family at Florida looks like they're living in a 5-star mansion. I mean, they got like pools, they got, you know, the stuff. They got big cars. They living in like what looks like it's like in Hollywood. It looked like Hollywood, like the fancy part of Hollywood, you know. And they had Wi-Fi. They had me sold at that. We go over there, and John lives in Florida. And at the time, he wanted to become a Marine. For some reason, he thought that, you know, you had to know how to work explosives before join the military. And I'm like, no. I'm pretty sure they'll tell you how to work explosives in the military. You know, that's kind of the job. They train you how to work a gun, you know, grenades, which is explosives, hand-to-hand combat, you know, that's the job. But John insists on learning how to do this, so he looks up a video on YouTube on how to work a trip line explosive. This is where it all goes down from here. So John is basically kind of like, hey buddy, yeah John, you want to go mess with some people? What do you mean? Well, I have a house in mind that we could prank. I recently learned on the internet how to make explosive trip line explosives. You're kidding me. How'd you figure that out? YouTube, of course. I mean, YouTube. So here I am, thinking to myself, heck yeah, let's go mess with some people. So we go to the location that he's talking about. And so I'm thinking to him, what's the plan, man? Alright. Here's the plan, Johnny. I don't know why he turned into like a gangster or something, but that's how I wanted to tell it. Alright, Johnny. We are going to go and prank these guys. Because these guys are alcoholics. We're going to show them the error of the ways. What I want you to do is I want you to place this tripwire right here and hanging up between the two posts on the porch, in the front porch. Okay. John, what are you going to do? I am going to place a bunch of smoke grenades in their backyard and line it up with this here detonator. And when they go off, they will be screaming and hollering, thinking it's the cops, and then they'll come running out. This is genius! So here I am. I'm kind of sneaking around, you know, this area, this little hut, this drug hut, right? And I'm over here, and I'm tying over the line, and I happen to look over, you know, because I'm over here like this. So I happen to peek my head out, right? And at the corner of my eye, I see like one of them, you know, drunken guys. And he's drinking one of those alcoholic beverages, and he just does this. Stares directly at me. I mean, I'm panicking because this drunken guy is looking right at me. But his senses are all messed up. So he thought that I was a cat, you know? So all I hear is him scream, "Hey Jerry! Your cat's on the porch again!" And apparently to a drunken guy I look like a cat, I don't know. So I get over back to the truck, which is on the opposite side of a mountain. The mountain is like this. This is where the truck is at, and this is where the house is at. So we got a perfect bird's eye view of the house. And so basically he's just kind of like looks at me and goes, "Should we hit it?" "Do it, bruh." So he hits it, and a bunch of explosives go off in the backyard, which is what the plan was. And they created a giant noise that sounded like it was a bunch of guns and grenades going off. And so all I hear is people screaming, "It's the fuzz! So the people are running around this entire hut screaming, thinking that this is the police. So our mission had been completed. But again, I'm thinking, why the heck did I put the trip line at, because there's supposed to be a backyard and a front yard, right? But John, being as an idiot as he is, he's not bad when it comes to coming up with pranks or schemes. He actually made him think that they're all in the backyard. So they all, at once, for some reason, walked out of the front yard. And so they clumped up together and ran out the front door at once. So the trip line that was in front of the front porch, they all trip over it at the same time. And they all curl up into a ball. And their house is on an incline. So they basically color up into a bunch of balls and just tumble down the hill. It's the funniest thing you've ever seen. It's like a human-sized cannonballs rolling down the hill like they're playing a game of bowling with themselves. It's just the funniest thing I've ever seen. Besides the thing I did at, my school, which is at the Water Bottle of Doom video. Link will be in the description if you hadn't seen that video. So, me and John were crying from laughter because this is the funniest thing I've ever done in Florida. And so, being doing a good job of what we did, we head back to the house. Didn't the tongue up. I taste blood now. Anyway, we head back to the house, and it's morning. And so, our Uncle Steve is waiting for me at the counter. I knew something was up at that point. John was oblivious as he always is. So John's just sitting there, drinking his little orange juice, because it's breakfast, so he's drinking orange juice. And and Steve just kind of goes, "So, what were you guys doing last night?" And John is not good under pressure. So he just kind of he grabs his orange juice and just, like this. So it begins to shake and some orange juice begins to fall out, and he just goes, oh, sorry, I'll clean that up, So he cleans it up and tries to, play it off, but he's just, if it was like an anime, he'd begin to start doing sweats off his body. I'm playing it cool. He ain't. I'm playing it cool. So I just said that we went over to the store and we bought some drinks, and we did do that. We bought a bunch of Mountain Dews because we were going to play video games all night long. So it seemed a very believable story. He goes, "Okay." So I thought since today, you're and your family are going to be out here for only a couple of days, I thought we could have some fun and shoot some fireworks that I have in the garage. And I go, "Oh, sure, that sounds great." John goes, he's drinking his thing and goes, "Yeah, that sounds great." What did you do this? I knew something was up at that point. So Steve just walks away into the garage to get show me the fireworks because I wanted to see them. And so when he left, I went, "What did you do now?" Okay, so those fireworks that I used to kind of mess with those people? Yeah. Okay, so the fuse I used the fuse from Steve's fireworks. What? Okay, so you took the fuse out of the fireworks, right? Right. What else did you take? Nothing else. What'd you do with the rest of the fireworks? At that moment, my stepdad, who's smoking with my mother outside, I do not indulge smoking, by the way. Do not do that, kids. It is a terrible thing to get addicted to. Do not do that. So he's basically puffing up a storm. That sounds real bad. Okay, I'll take that back. He's not doing that. He's just doing that, and we're about to leave to go over to a water park, and so he just kind of throws it. And he's not paying attention to where he's throwing it at. The cigarette butt lands in the trash can with the fireworks that John has put in the freaking trash can. So right when I said, hey, what did you do with the what'd you do with the fireworks? All you hear is, boom! Like, all these giant explosions are going off. And me and John get big-eyed, and we are heading out the door towards the garage. And the fireworks are going off in the trash can. And every stinking car from here to North Carolina is going off. And oh my goodness, my stepdad used to be in the military. So his military training kicks in and just tackles my mother, trying to get her to safety, right? And so we get everything calmed down. All the neighbors from all the other areas of the neighborhood turn off their car alarms, right? And they go back into the house. And everyone in that neighborhood thinks a bomb went off, but we, after a while, we were just like, hey, it was by accident, it was just a firework mishap, And the police were, they got to smack our wrist and went away. But before that happened, Steve is furious! Saying some very choice words, and I'm not going to repeat on this channel, by the way. No. In gist of it, he basically just says, what happened? What's going on? And me, being the clever guy that I am, Steve is in the corner. I mean, not Steve. John's getting the corner at this point, bawling his eyes out because he's just like, we're dead. So I basically, at the end of this, I stare at Steve straight in the face. My stepdad's looking at me with a very angry and concerned look. So is my mother. And I basically just said, smoking kills. Hey! So, we replace his fireworks, everything gets cool afterwards, and we tell Steve and everyone else the story of what we did to those other guys at the house, and we do get in trouble, of course, but everything went cool afterwards. It was, we all had a great laugh, and it was very fun. So anyway, guys, that's the end of the story for the day. I know it probably wasn't as insane as the water bottle of doom. I just hope that I told the story the best way I could. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button down below. It's getting late outside, so I probably won't be able to do any more videos today. But I will be posting a Rainbow Six Siege video down in the description if you want to watch it. It's pretty fun. Me and Chandler had a blast playing it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button down below if you're new. Subscribe to the channel, and yeah, it's been fun telling these stories. Now I would love to tell more if I come up with any more. I'll see you in the next video.